Hope everyone doing well. I think your Nata, I think minimum 2 sessions will be over. I think 1 or 2, minimum 1 may be over. And I'm getting many responses from my students that, sir, I got 170, I got 160, I got 165. Similar responses I'm getting through my WhatsApp. And when I getting into my crash on offline sessions as well as online sessions, I'm getting very good response because the things being very easy now, I think the exam. So not that much, even though it is comparatively easy as compared to the previous years. So the scores are very high. So you guys need to aim at a very high score, like a 170 plus will be the top rank holders for this year. Okay. And for getting a decent admission, minimum a 150. I think so. Okay. Anyway, for score related, those kinds of things will be explained in THiNC Institute of Design YouTube channel later by our academic head and team. So today we will be focusing on non-verbal reasoning and a rapid revision. So I just covered all the topics. Let me see the playlist. I just covered all the topics for your exam in the previous days. Okay, mainly main topics. So in case of non-verbal reasoning, Nata part 2, Nata Sprint part 2, you can find playlist. Okay, you can find the playlist here. So over there, I had covered non-verbal reasoning in part 2. Similarly, I had done the same. Actually, I'm looking in my phone for the exact idea of which video you need to watch for getting a better idea in non-verbal reasoning. And Nata Sprint part 5, you will be having sessions on non-verbal reasoning. And similarly, one more session I think I had already taken. Second part and third part. Second part, third part, and finally the fifth part. These are the 3 parts of the Nata Sprint, which we had taken in our THiNC Institute of Design YouTube channel. And there you can find the videos or the recordings of those live sessions, and a 2x speed will do better. Okay, so in the last minutes of preparation, it will be in 2x, will be helping you to cover all the topics. And in the next 1 hour, I'll be trying to do a rapid revision of those sessions, and we will be revisiting some questions. We will be discussing few new questions, and all those things will be happening in the next few minutes. So I think we can try one old Nata question. I'll share my screen. Just a second. I think my screen is visible to all. So the question is from the chapter cube counting. First question we'll be doing from the cube counting. So you guys can put your responses in the chat. Actually, I had discussed a shortcut earlier for solving similar questions. One shortcut which I had mentioned earlier. You guys can put your responses in the chat. Let me see how you guys are good at these things. Anyway, I'll be discussing that shortcut once again over here. Don't worry. You can put your responses in the chat. I'm eagerly looking for your answers. Actually, over here, we can divide this figure into 3 parts. Okay, 3 parts, and 2 parts will be identical. I'm just making divisions over here. This is the part 1. This is the part 2. And this is the part 3. Okay, part 1, part 2, part 3. So 3 identical pieces. So now just focus on this single piece only. We have a technique. We will be counting number of cubes layerwise. Okay. And for that, we have a shortcut. We had already detailedly discussed that in cube counting session earlier. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I just numbered all these cubes from the top view. Okay, I had done this from the top view. So if you can clearly see the top view, you can use this method. And largest number in a layer is the number of cubes in that layer. So there is only one cube, and the largest number in that cube, that is 1. In this layer, the largest number in that layer is 3. Actually, you can find a cube here, second one here, and third one here. So you can see 3 cubes in that layer too. Similarly, 6 cubes you can find in this layer, 10 cubes in this layer, and finally 15 cubes in this layer. So now we can take the sum. 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 10 plus 15, that is 35. You can find 35 cubes on the left side, that is in part 1. If part 1 is having that much 35, obviously part 2 is also having 35. 35, 35, 70. Few cubes are still there. We need to consider them too. So over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Simply we just counted, and the 10 cubes will be in that layer. Okay, let's look into the next layer. We can't see the 10 cubes. It is hiding under these 10. So we can number it 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Continuously number it from the top view. And highest number in each layer shows the number of cubes in that layer. So it is 25. Now we can make the summary. 35 plus 25 plus finally it's 35 again. So that is 95. 95 is the right answer. And over here, Angel given right, then it is Subbu. Okay, actually it is 95. So Sri Lakshmi, good, good. So we can try one question on rectangle counting now. Okay, you guys need to solve how many rectangles in this figure. That is a shortcut for finding number of rectangles. We will be discussing that shortcut also. Q, number of rectangles in this figure. Number of rectangles. How many rectangles? How many rectangles? So you guys can put your responses in the chat. Sri Lakshmi come up with an answer. What about others? Go ahead. How many rectangles? Q. How many rectangles are over here? Okay. So actually we have a shortcut for finding number of rectangles in these kinds of figures. See, if you take this case, you can find 3 rectangles here. Okay, easily you can find 3 rectangles. And we have a shortcut. Number of rectangles. Sum of columns into sum of rows. This is the shortcut. For better understanding, you can revisit my non-verbal reasoning session number 1. Okay, in that session, I have a detailed discussion on these things. So you can refer that video also. So number of rectangles equal to sum of columns into sum of rows. How many columns here? How many rows here? That is the question. See, this is column 1, this is column 2. This is row 1. I'm just taking a proof of that. So over here, number of rectangles. Largest number of column, that stands for the C. So largest number of columns is 2. So sum of 2. Largest number of row, that is sum of 1. Sum of 2 into sum of 1. What is sum of 2? Sum of 2 means sum up to 2. That is 1 plus 2. What is sum of 1? Sum up to 1. So 1 plus 2, 3. 3 into 1, simply 3. And hence it is proved. Okay. And now I'm going to have a small designing process over here. I'm just removing a portion of this figure. I just removed a portion of this figure. Then number of rectangles equal to sum of columns into sum of rows. This is our formula. Number of columns, column 1, column 2. Sum up to 2. Number of rows, row 1, row 2. Sum up to 2. Because number of columns and number of rows are same. Okay. So sum of 2 means 1 plus 2. Again 1 plus 2. Then it is 3 into 3, 9. This figure is having 9. So I'm reintroducing the other portion. I'm reintroducing. So this one is 10. Okay, this one is 10. Then comes This one. This one is 11, 11, 11. Okay, clear. Finally, one more is only here. And that makes the answer 12. Okay. And that makes the answer 12. Ah, Angel, good. Okay, fine. So nobody else. So shall we move to the next question? If you want, you can take a screenshot, and any doubts there, you can put it in the chat. I'll be getting into the next triangle counting. So you need to find how many triangles are over here. And here too, we have shortcuts. So in the meantime, you solve this question. I'll be giving you a recollection or a revisiting to the shortcut. So here we know that 3 triangles. Okay, you guys can solve this question. Number of triangles. So I'm just recollecting the shortcut. Number of triangles. Sum of columns into number of rows. So these vertical things are columns, and this horizontal one is row. It's only one row. Largest number of column, 2. Largest number of row, 1. So sum of 2, 1 plus 2. Number 1 is simply 1. Number 2 is simply 2. Okay. So this is 3. So this is the hint. I'm just giving you a hint. Now you guys can solve number of triangles in this figure. Number of triangles. Let me delete one portion for the better understanding. Now this figure is quite familiar. Now this figure, column 1, column 2, column 3, row 1, row 2. So over here, number of triangles. Sum of columns into number of rows. Sum up to 3 into number 2. Sum up to 3 is 1 plus 2 plus 3. Number 2 is simply 2. So 6 into 2, 12. Okay. 6 into 2, 12. Clear? 6 into 2, 12. So I'm just bringing that line back. So the presence of this particular line, the presence of this particular line is creating some other triangles. So this is one among them. This is the second one. Not only these two. This is the third one. So 12, 3, 15. So right answer is 15 and Angel, very good. So similarly, if you want, you can take a screenshot of these things. It will be helping you later for a quick revision. So next question, you can try this figure. This will be better. Go ahead. So in the rapid revision, we will be trying this figure next. For detailed understanding of these sessions, you can visit our previous videos in non-verbal reasoning session. I think in the part 2. In the part 2 of the video, it's about non-verbal reasoning, and it includes this topic. I remember that both of you were not a part of my first session. I think in non-verbal reasoning first session, it was in the part 1. I think it has been explained there. As Srilakshmi, this is not a method of conduct, it's a shortcut. Okay, it is a short. So you can refer that class, that is part 2. In part 2, we had detailedly discussed that topic. Even though, since you guys are having a doubt, we will be discussing that in a very quicker manner over here. All of you can solve here. Kivi and Srilakshmi, which method is uncomfortable or you are not able to understand? Rectangle counting or triangle counting, or both? Sri Lakshmi? Row and column, adding part. Okay, I will be doing one more extra example of both triangle as well as rectangle. See this figure. Actually, we have a basic unit. Okay, observe carefully over here. We have a basic unit. So we can find 8 triangles inside this unit. I hope it's clear. We can find 8 triangles. 8 triangles, including triangles like this. Including triangle like this, you can find 8 triangles. Okay. So one more. Another piece joined. And 8, 8. This is the additional one. Okay. This is the additional one. And one more is here. So 2 junction triangles. So these triangles are called junction triangles. So you can find it in this figure. So here 8, here 8, here 8, here 8. Apart from that, you can find each junction is having 2 such triangles. Each junction is having 2 such triangles. Like this. So this figure is having 3 junctions. So 8 into 4, 32, that we know. And these kinds of triangles are 6 in numbers. Okay, these kinds of triangles, because 3 junctions and each junction is having 2 triangles. So 6. So there are 38 now. Apart from that 38, okay, apart from that 38, few more triangles. Few more triangles are there. It includes this one. Inside this figure, you can find 3. Inside this figure, you can find another 3. So 3, 3, 6. 38 plus 6, 44. Over. Okay, 44 is the right answer. I think we will be revisiting. We will be revisiting that technique. So let me draw one rectangle. And I had already given proof of that technique. So you guys need to solve number of rectangles in this figure. That is your next question. And I'm going to explain the technique for similar questions over here. Number of rectangles. Okay, number of rectangles. You can put your responses in the chat. So these vertical things are called columns. I think you are familiar with the columns and rows. Even in the basic Excel sessions in school, in computer sessions, they will be mentioning columns, and these are rows. Row 1, row 2, and row 3. Okay, and there is one method of counting. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will take a lot of time and we will surely miss few. Okay, so that method will take a lot of time. So reduce the time in solving these questions. We have a technique. Technique is number of rectangles is sum of columns into sum of rows. Keep it in mind. Keep this in mind. This is important. This is important shortcut. Keep it in mind. What is sum of columns? That means column will be replaced with the largest number of columns. So there are 2 columns. So it will replace with the 2. Number of rows, there are 3. So it will replace with the largest number of rows, that is 3. Okay. What is sum of 2? Sum of 2 means sum of numbers up to 2. 1 plus 2. What is sum of 3? Sum up to numbers 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3. So 1 plus 2, the value is 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3, the value is 6. And as like Elma commented here, Angel Elma commented here, 80. That is the right answer. Okay. So I think Kiwi, Sri Lakshmi, is it clear? Is this technique is clear? Just put it in the chat. Let me know. Is this technique is clear? Everybody. A simple technique. Let me increase the number of rows and column. Yes. So I think we need to learn a lot of technique. So I'm not going to bother much time over here in this technique. So yeah, it's too easy. So let's try with triangle. The same thing we are going to try with triangle. Okay. So already we had done an example. So now you guys can try to solve this question. Number of triangles in this figure. Number of triangles. So queries regarding Nata as well as our offline sessions and online sessions. Repeater session not. Online sessions for the crash patches is being going on right now in the online mode. You can contact in the number given in the chat box to get information regarding these, and then annotated copies of these sessions also will be available when you contact through that particular number. It's available in the WhatsApp. So let's solve this question. So we have a formula, number of triangles. Number of triangles. Sum of columns into number of rows. Keep this difference in mind. Keep this difference in mind. Number of triangles equal to sum of columns into number of rows. Keep that minute difference in mind. Sum of columns into number of rows. So how many columns? How many columns? These vertical things are columns. Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Sum of 4. Okay. Number of rows. How many rows? Simply number is required. Row 2, row 3. So it is number 3. So sum of 4 means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Number 3 is simply 3. Okay, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 10. 10 into 3, 30. Okay, what about this? Is it clear? Sri Lakshmi, Kiwi, all. Is it clear? Yes or no in the chat? And all, I want a response from all. Is it clear? Okay, good. Okay, fine. I think it's clear now. And one more we can add over here. Actually, these rectangles as well as parallelograms are same. Okay, text is 4. Rectangle and parallelogram are same. So actually, I was intended to draw a parallelogram. Okay, fine. Now it's almost. So this is a parallelogram. To find the number of parallelograms over here, we can use this method. Exactly same method. In this figure, column 1, column 2, row 1, row 2. Same method for number of parallelograms. Sum of columns into sum of rows. I think there is no need to explain it further. You can easily solve this. Okay, so a group of shortcuts. Keep it in mind and solve the questions as quick as possible later. So we can jump to the next topic, figure counting. Sorry, surface counting. So we can start with a figure. Why don't we try this one? Go ahead. Number of surface. I hope everyone know what a surface is. We have a method for this. I'll be explaining that. number of surface. So these kinds of closed figures are surfaces. Okay. These kinds of closed figures are called surfaces. So now you can solve. See over here. Number of surfaces. We use VI method. First of all, we will count visible surfaces. Okay. So over here, I'm just counting visible surface from the top first. 1, 2. Only 2 from the top. From the front, 3, 4. From the right, 5. So visible are 5 in numbers. Okay. Similarly, I'll be counting invisible ones. Okay. Invisible ones, I'll be counting from left. That is the first one. And from the left, this is the second one. From the left, this is the third one. Plenty of surfaces from the left side, isn't it? And everyone should be much more care while counting surfaces from the left. I found a tendency in my students losing one surface when they are counting from the left. Okay, it's common tendency. I'm just addressing that. So hope you guys can keep that point in mind. Be careful while counting from left to right. And from the rear, you can find the fourth one. And from the bottom, you can find the fifth one. So visible 5, invisible 5, and total 10. And you can use this method also. You can avoid that step of adding it together. You can count like this. We just entered at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you can end at 10. In this way also you can do. So it's Angel, Kiwi, Ranjit, Fatima, all. Great. So let's try another question from the same topic. And I think better we are doing this question. Go ahead. Quick. And I want you guys to improve your speed in counting these things also, because we have only limited time for solving questions. And sometimes there will be tough questions. So we need to invest more on those tough questions. At that time, the time saved from these simple questions, we can invest over there. Go ahead, guys. Number of surfaces. So I repeat, visit the previous videos for quick revisions. Okay. I'm just only taking a skeleton of those. So just look into the previous videos, like our second video, including second video, plenty of topics are discussed in that in a 2-hour long session. So over here, we are using counting VI method. So first of all, we will finish. One important point in this particular question, I'll be mentioning it at the end. So over here, I'm just counting from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from the right, sorry, from the left to right, 7, 8, 9. I think it's over. Now I'm going to count from the front. 10, 11, 12. Actually, I missed one later earlier. 13, and it is 14. So I just taken it. So 14 visible. And it is 15. And this is 16. And I'm very glad to see your answers, because many of my students earlier missed the surface when they are doing it for the first time. So over here, this is 17. We can see this from this direction only. So it is 17. And at the bottom, it is 18. So 18 is the right answer. Okay. Angel, Sri Lakshmi, Fatima, Kiwi, all. So I think we can move on to the next topic. Okay. See, actually, I'm jumping from one topic to another since it is a revision batch. You guys, if you have a doubt in any area, you can ask me. Okay. I'll spend more time on that area. Oh, Saini, your exam is on 9th June on Sunday. Saini, tell me what you want. what you are expecting from me. Don't worry. These kinds of crying smileys are not record. Be happy and be confident. Okay, confidence is. You guys can solve this question, isn't it? Okay, identify the correct top view. Okay, so we need to be confident enough at this moment because these questions are quite simple. Okay, if you are tensed, we will be getting confused. If we are approaching it with a confidence, it will boost our marks by 10%. Okay, it will boost our marks by 10%. And I think this is only 7th June. You are having after my sessions, you will be having 1 or 2 hours today and entire day tomorrow. Okay, if those things are available with you, and even in our YouTube channel, okay, I think you guys will be having your materials. You can revise your materials and you can look into the playlist of THiNC Institute of Design, this particular YouTube channel. You can visit that playlist. I think sessions are 3.5 hours. Long sessions are there, but you can watch those sessions in 2x speed, and you can increase your speed further, that whenever an easy topic comes, you can skip that topic. In that way, you can spend tomorrow. Okay, you can spend tomorrow, and when easy things comes, just skip it. Okay, just skip it. So I think through that you can finish your revision by tomorrow. Okay, be confident. Drawing related questions are obviously drawing related questions are obviously important, and the score in drawing is very crucial in this exam. And I think drawing sessions also we had taken up plenty. So over here, after discussing this question, we can get into the next comments. So over here, you can use a technique. We just learned counting. Okay, for confirming our answers, we can seek the help of counting. So just for the top view, just count things visible from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 surfaces are clearly visible from the top. Just have a look into options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously wrong. We want 6. We don't have it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one is also, look how I cancel it. I need to keep it. I need to come back. I'm not confirming my answer. Why? Why I'm not confirming over here? Because if my next option is giving 6, then I need to compare. Okay. So don't get in a hurry. When you see 6 surface in the first option, clicking that will be sometimes will be going wrong. So one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's over. Okay. That's over. I hope it's clear. So the right answer is option C. So you can use this counting method for quickly removing options. Okay, you can easily and quickly remove the options simply by counting the number of surfaces. So I have another question. This one. Question number 3. You guys can solve this. Okay. So now you guys can solve the question number 3 and put it in the chat. I'm very glad to see your message. Not I'm not only I am, we the THiNC. Very happy to see your message over here. Very all the best for your next attempt. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead. We have a very active participation right now. So you improve your speeds. Okay, improve your speed through active participation. So actually this question is having a twist. Okay. See, actually, I'm having a plan to introduce these kinds of twists today, because we will be going to this answer. So actually, it is wrong. Okay, I will tell you how it is. I'll tell you how it is. So we need to identify the correct top view from amongst the answer figures. So actually, we are looking from this particular direction. Okay, actually, we are looking from this particular direction. After extending the number of edges, see, we are always focused on extending vertices. See, curved surfaces are having their own tangents. We need to pay attention to tangents of those curved surfaces also. It is also important in this particular chapter. So over here, let me extend it. So I'm just extending edges only. Actually, this is the concept. Okay, extending vertices and extending tangents. Curves are not having vertices, so we need to take help of tangents to a direction. So now I am going to connect it. One, two, three, four, five. We only have three. Okay, a huge difference. That is why we just let that option go out. So next, coming to this. Okay, let me connect this. So I'll be looking into that. So this is 1, 2, 3. See that central piece is very much larger. Okay. So central piece is very much larger. So right answer, a confusion. We will be looking into C. Let's have a look into C. So let me extend it. So just ask me similar doubts. Okay. Whenever you find that a particular area you are having a doubt, don't keep your doubts with yourselves, because those things will be acting as like a very huge block later. I'm just extending vertices and tangents. I think now you guys are clear. I don't need to even say a word after extending these lines. Am I right? This is why I didn't consider 3. I hope it's clear. So over here, sorry, sorry, my bad. Okay, so that is why I didn't consider this. Similarly, you can avoid option A also. So why don't we try this particular one? This particular one. So you can try this question. I'll be waiting in the chat. Q, Q. Ah, Saini, thank you. Thank you very much, Saini. Okay, so you guys can solve this question. I think done. I'm right. Very simple question. So if we know the background basics, see actually, let me extend that figure. Okay. Let me extend that figure. Kiwi, great. See, triangles. There is a technique in triangles. Triangles are having, sorry, pyramids. Okay. Pyramids are having triangle front view. Pyramids family, entire pyramid family is having triangle front view. Whether it is hexagonal or a square or rectangular pyramid or pentagonal pyramid, every pyramid is having front view triangle. Okay. Front view is triangle. So the triangle will be different. Sometimes the triangle will be like this. Sometimes the triangle will be like this. Depends upon the number of edges visible. The type of triangle will change. But common thing is triangle will be in the front. Every time you can find triangle in the front. So this is the front view. So for the top view, it will be like this. They will always having triangles in them. This is the peculiarity of pyramid family. So learn like family. Okay. So I'm just going to remove this. Okay. This is the process of truncation. Okay. This is the process of truncation. And we have constructed a truncated pyramid here. So right answer is option A. Right answer is option A. So this is truncated pyramid. And we have a two-edged pyramid. That means in the vertical direction, there is only two edges. That is why I call it. Okay, actually, we know that it is a four-edged figure, even though vertical directions we always focus. So one more question of the same area. So through this, I can explain one more concept. That is why I just asked. So earlier it is Kiwi, Adulya, Sri Lakshmi, Angel, and all. Given is right. Very good. Go ahead, guys. Okay. Q. So let me clear this. I think I will clear this area. So, and I am going to truncate that figure. Let me see your answers. Okay. Let me see your answers. Nobody here. What happened? Quick, guys, quick. Think. What is happening here? Okay, good. I can find responses. Very good. So over here, if this is a top view, let me draw the top view. I will be drawing few top views. So this is a pentagonal pyramid. Okay. So this is a pentagonal pyramid. This is a square pyramid where from the front we can see three vertices. Okay. And I have a hexagonal pyramid too. All these top views belongs to those pyramids. Hexagonal pyramid, pentagonal pyramids, rectangular square pyramids. Okay. So everyone is having same front view. This is top view. Everyone. Because three vertices we can see. So three vertical edges we need to construct. That's it. That's enough. Three vertices, three vertical edges. Three vertices I can see from the front. Three vertical edges. One front view for all. One front view for all. Okay. If there is three vertices. If there was a fourth vertices, add one more line. Okay. Number of vertices and number of vertical edges. Give it equal. And in this question, we have a truncated view. Okay. So this will be like this. See, This is the case of front views now. And let me make the top views for all you. Okay, done. 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 Say portion in the center is gone. That's enough. So over here, the same shape will be recreated. Same shape. Same shape will be recreated. Okay. Clear? So now I think there is no need to explain. Option D is here. D is the right answer, and it is Angel, Kiwi, Sri Lakshmi, and Saurav. Very good. Great. So let me give you another question. Every time think about, is there is a possibility of using a technique, or there is a possibility of a shortcut in every question while practicing it. While practicing it, think about, is there is a simple way, or is there is a shortcut for solving this. Just think in that way. If you start to think in that particular way, your brain will help you to identify those shortcuts. Okay, or we are here to give you those shortcuts. You can easily connect it. Okay, since your brain is having a requirement of shortcuts for these questions, when I am explaining that, or when I'm just giving us hint of that, your brain will easily catch it. Okay, so just make a necessary in your brain. I need a shortcut. Okay, that necessary or necessity only comes through practicing questions. Okay, so over here, very simple logic. Count the number of surfaces you can see from the top in top view, as well as in these kinds of 3D figures. These kinds of 3D figures in engineering drawing language, we will call it like isometric views. Okay, we will call it like isometric views. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. We can see only 3 surfaces. So over here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we have only 3. So why don't we keep these things unless we already know that they are too early? Why don't we keeping them? Go ahead. Okay. So I don't even need to count this. Option D, I will be clicking. Okay. This is elimination method. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is right. So why don't we try another? Yeah, good. Angel, Kiwi, Sri Lakshmi. Very good, very good. So why don't we try another question? I'm just looking for this one. Will do better. Another twist. Maybe you guys may not be fall in these kinds of traps or like things, but just get aware. Okay, this is just for an awareness. This question I just asked. So when I show this question to my students, 70% of my students were giving exactly right answer, and 30% solid wrong. So that make even 5% of my students is making a mistake on a particular question. I think that it is an issue. Okay, if 100% is making correct on a question, I don't care about that question or that type of question. But when I find that 5%, even if 1% is making an issue in a particular type of question, that will in the future will be creating much more issues. Okay, so those types of questions actually I am taking to this session. So now actually you can see 6 surfaces when you look from the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just first of all look for that 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have it in option A, but we have it in option B. We have it in option C, but not in option D2. Now the center of attraction is option B and C. And I have them in my chat box also. Okay, even in my chat box also, B and C. This is what I mentioned. 30% of students are going wrong. See, actually, I'm having 3 answers here, 2 B's and 1 C. Actually, the right answer is B. And now also 33% is going wrong. Okay, this is that calculation. Okay, one more answer come, and now it reduced to 25. Anyway, it is in the range of C. Okay, anyway, it's a range of 30. So let's try this question. So actually, you can see this is a straight line. Okay, I hope it's clear. This is a straight line. And when you extend these outside, you need to get a straight line like this. Okay, but not that case here. When I'm extending it, so the next line is extending from this height. Okay, so I'm getting lines like this only. So let me draw that front view over here. So when I draw the front view of that particular figure over here, it will be looks like this. Okay, it will be looks like this. That is why I just removed option C, because they need to be in a straight line. So one is up, the next is a little bit down, little bit down. So just pay attention in these kinds of small areas. So right answer is option. So let's try folding, unfolding also. Okay, I know we don't have much time, but for my happiness, we can revise this particular topic also. We have a technique in this topic. So unfold it. This is an old Nata question. Unfold it, guys. You can easily do it. And number of surfaces is having a close relation to these kinds of questions. So if you are good at finding number of surfaces, you can solve this. I'm not telling you that you can completely solve this, but you can eliminate at least one of the wrong options. And when I observe many of the questions which has been asked in previous question papers from this particular topic, through number eliminating questions are plenty. Okay, numbers are very much important. So in this question, I think you can easily count the number of surface. So over here, how many surface? Let me zoom this figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, only 6. So from here, 7. From here, 8. From here, 9. From here, 10. From here, 11. From here, 12. Okay, so let me address you an issue. Actually, I had counted 2 over here. And when I come counting like after 2, 3, 4, after here, I will found a vacancy here. There is a possibility of double counting. Okay, there is a possibility of double counting. Be careful. Better write this 2 in the middle. Okay, because actually you guys are not writing these things, even though while putting your fingers, be careful. Okay, that is why I just told you, finish front first, then goes to left, then goes to right. In that way, that will be do better. So 12. Now count after opening this solid figure, it will be having 12 surfaces. Okay, it will be having 12 surfaces. If a figure with 11, if a figure with 13, all those things are wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 11. Wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Obviously wrong. Okay, we want 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 11. Actually, when I get 12, I didn't confirm it is right. I'm just keeping for the next option. Since that option is wrong, and now I confirmed it. Okay, if it was 12, then I would have to compare the sizes. So I'm repeating once again, we have a plenty of sessions, not that much plenty. We have 8 or 7 previous sessions, and it include sessions from myself like the non-verbal reasoning as well as arithmetics. So those who are having sessions tomorrow, if possible, in the last minute, at least go for these non-verbal areas. Okay, you can double tap on your screen at necessary areas of, if you want, the junk areas. Skip as much as possible in a very quicker manner, and just make a rapid revision. Okay, just make a rapid revision, and if possible, go through arithmetics also. Those who are having exams by the next week and after that, go through those videos at a 2x speed. Okay, 2x or 1.5x, as per your preferences you can go. Okay, I think my session will be winding up over here. And from here onwards, our GK faculty is joining us. Akhil sir is waiting here for you guys. So I'll be handing over this session to Akhil sir. Sir, now you can take our students from here onwards.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
All right, so hope you had a wonderful session by Chandu sir on non-verbal reasoning. So now from here onwards, we'll be having a session on GK. Okay, so last time also we were discussing some of the questions only, questions which happened in mostly in the April and all. Okay, April. Now I have taken some of the important events which happened in this May and the first week of June. Okay, most important ones only. For example, like awards, sessions for questions on awards, questions on what happened in the science and tech field, something like that. Even some sports related things are there, and obviously the art and culture field is also there. Mostly I'll be focusing on that. I was focusing on that in the early session, but still in this past 1 month, uh, much things were not happening in this art and culture architectural field, and so in this session it will be little less. Okay, art and culture and architecture one. But in the previous sessions and all, like sir has already told, you can go through the previous session. We already had some 7-8 sessions. We have already done 7-8 sessions regarding this GK also, so we can check that sessions also. Okay, all right. So without further delay, we'll start. You can post your answers. If you know the answers, you can just post your answers in the chat box. Okay, all right. So without much delay, we can start. All right, first one. Who has been selected for the Gudlappa Hallikeri Award 2024? Who has been selected for Gudlappa Hallikeri Award 2024? Okay. Option 1, Shirshendu Mukhopadhyaya, Siddhalinga Patnashetty, V.K. Gokak, B. Sriramulu. Okay, you can post your answers in the chat box. You know, I'll give you maybe around 2 or 3 seconds. I'll give. Okay. All right. So the correct answer is B. Correct answer is B. Siddhalinga Patnashetty. Siddhalinga Patnashetty. Siddhalinga Patnashetty is a playwright, poet and playwright. He was awarded this award. Okay. So regarding this Gudlappa Hallikeri, he was actually a freedom fighter, notable Indian freedom fighter. And obviously, you can see all these names like Siddhalinga Patnashetty and all these things. They are Kannada names only, right? Okay. So Gudlappa Hallikeri was a freedom fighter from Karnataka. Freedom fighter from Karnataka. Even Gandhi had proposed something like the Gramin Gurukul. Gramin Gurukul. So like that, he was also part of all these things, and he was after independence also he was working regarding this. Sri Lakshmi, how many GK questions will be there? We cannot predict how many GK questions will be there, but still, it will be very less only. Kind of GK questions will be, it's actually low priority area GK. So that's why I'm saying that you should focus on the current affairs. Okay. Other than that, if you keep on studying all this static areas and all, it's kind of endless. Festivals, dance, which all dances we will study, which all architectures we will study. So like that, basic current affairs you can study. Anyway, in the past sessions and all, I think it started some maybe 2-3 months back. So I've taken from there itself. Okay. For example, in this session, mostly we'll be discussing like May, April, May current affairs. Previous sessions, it will be like March, April sessions. Okay. So if you keep on following this, the important current affairs you'll be getting. Just go through it. Randomly just go through it. No need to focus much on this. I mean, no need to spend a lot of time in this GK area. Okay. It won't be worth. Okay. It won't be worth. So what you can say, just randomly go through it. Just note down this, or maybe you can take the screenshot or whatever it be. Just note down this question before examination, or maybe 2 or 3 days before. Just randomly read this. That's it. No need to dive deep into all this information. Okay. All right. All right. So the correct answer is Siddhalinga Patnashetty. Gudlepa Hallikeri was a freedom fighter. Okay. So Siddhalinga Patnashetty is a poet. Okay. All right. Next one. Next one. The world's first 100% biodegradable pen has been launched in which country? World's first 100% biodegradable pen has been launched in which country? Option India, option B Nepal, option C Myanmar, option D Bhutan. Okay. So which country launched a 100% biodegradable pen? Okay, so the correct answer is option A. Option A, India. Okay, it's actually private firm, nothing to do with the government. Private firm. Okay, private firm. Biodegradable means it should not be leaving an ecological footprint. Okay, so that is bio. It should be. I mean, it should be staying within the nature itself. Okay, so that is biodegradable. It's 100% biodegradable pen. Usually, you know, right? Pens are made up of almost plastically. When the ink, everything is made up of plastically. But here, it's actually a company called Bio BioQ. Okay, BioQ. So they early itself they were doing all this. They were doing all this kind of experiment, but now they have created 100% biodegradable pen. So zero ecological footprint. Okay, their campaign is called Note. Note means no offense to earth. No offense to earth. Okay, so basically this is a note pen. Note pen. The everything is recycled only. The refill is made of paper. Ink is non-toxic. Metal tip is there. Removable metal tip is there. You can reuse it. So like that. Okay, bamboo. Many reusable things are only asked. Okay, used. All right. Yeah, good. Extra task. Give you a good. Next one. Next one, again another award. Who received the Hindi Sahitya Bharati Award 2024? Who received the Hindi Sahitya Bharati Award 2024? Okay. Ramesh Chandra Shah, Sini Vishwanathan, Krishna Prakash, D. Sandeep Joshi. Okay. All right. So correct answer is C. Krishna Prakash. C. Krishna Prakash is the correct answer. Hindi Sahitya Bharati Award, you know, right? What is a Sahitya? Sahitya means literature only. So, but basically, Krishna Prakash is a policeman. Okay, mostly in this counter-terrorism activities and all he has been done. Okay, but nothing to do with that. He is a Guinness World Record holder. Guinness World Record holder. Three times Guinness World Record, and this is for the third time he has actually been involved. So he has been involved in initiating the maximum number of letters through postcard to Lord Ram. You know, Ayodhya recently only the temple was inaugurated. So maximum number of letters through postcards to Lord Ram. So that is a Guinness World Record. He is that Guinness World Record holder. Okay, so he has been awarded Hindi Sahitya Bharati Award 2024. Okay, very successful cop, but still he has been awarded for this. Now, next one. What is T. Corone Borealis? Okay, T. Corone Borealis recently seen in news. Option A star, option B submarine, option C invasive species, option D protein. Okay, T. Corone Borealis. All right. Mostly submarines and all won't be named like this. Okay, but so like this, maybe you can enumerate that, but still. So correct answer is option A, star. Option A star. This is actually a special star known as a blaze star. Blaze star. Okay, blaze stars rarely this blaze stars will export. Very rare. When so this is actually located maybe around to 3,000 years, 3,000 light years away. Okay, so this time this blaze star has what exploded. Okay, so that's why it was in the news. Okay, all right. So correct answer is star. Option A, star. Next one. Next one. Which state government has recently banned the sale, production, and distribution of tobacco products? Which state government has recently banned the sale, production, and distribution of tobacco products? Okay. Option A, Kerala. Option B, Uttar Pradesh. Option C, Bihar. Option D, Telangana. Okay. Most of the states it is not banned. Angel saying D. Okay. D is Telangana. Any other answers? All right. So correct answer is D only. D, Telangana. Telangana recently banned this tobacco products, you know, like gutka, pan masala, and anything which is having this tobacco and nicotine. So that is being banned from May 24th. But it was banned, not a lifetime ban, but it was banned for just 1 year only. Okay, 1 year ban starting from May 24th. Okay, all right. Obviously, you know, right, what is the purpose of this ban? To reduce the usage or maybe the public usage. That is the purpose of this. Okay, so option D, Telangana recently banned the use of tobacco products. All right, next one. Next one. Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve. Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve, recently seen in the news, is located in which state? Satyamangalam. Okay. Option A, Madhya Pradesh. Option B, Maharashtra. Option C, Tamil Nadu. Option D, Odisha. It's a kind of a, by saying the name, it's kind of an easy guess. Satyamangalam. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Angel is saying C. C is Tamil Nadu. Yeah. Good. Okay. Correct answer is C. C. Tamil Nadu only. Okay, Satyamangalam and all northern states, eastern states and all mostly they won't be having. Good, Fatima. All right. So Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve. So everything will be in the news. Some way or other way, everything will be in the news. Okay. Recently, this Tamil Nadu Forest Department they started a elephant census in this Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve. So that's why it was in the news. One significance of Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve is it is actually the joining point of this Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats. You know, right? Where this is. This is India, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. So left we have this uh, Eastern Western Ghats, and here we have this Eastern Ghats. Okay, so it's actually the meeting point of this Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats. Okay, so that is Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve, part of Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Even this is actually the Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve is actually in the area which is the confluence of uh, many biosphere reserves. For example, Mudumalai, you might have seen Mudumalai, it's a tourist place. Bandipur, Bilgiri, like that. Many tiger reserves are coming in this particular area. Okay. All right. 2013 only it was declared a tiger reserve. Next one. Next one. NASA collaborated with which space agency to develop a standardized time zone for Moon? NASA collaborated with which space agency to develop a standardized time zone for Moon? ISRO, ESA, JAXA, ZNSA. Media. ISRO is Indian Space Research Organization. ESA, European, JAXA, Japan, CN, Canada. Any idea? All right. So correct answer is ESA. ESA, European Space Agency. Okay, European Space Agency. So what is the significance of this is? You're right. India, we have a time zone. That that GMT, GMT. Okay, Greenwich Mean Time. So like that, that's based on the longitudes of India, longitudes of sorry, Earth. We have GMT. That's based on the longitudes in Earth. Okay, same way in Moon also we need to create a time zone based on Moon's geographical features. So that is a standardized time zone for Moon. Okay, it is known as LTC. LTC stands for Coordinated Lunar Time. Coordinated Lunar Time. Earlier in India, in Earth, we were using GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, but nowadays, Western countries and all, they use UTC also. Okay, Coordinated Universal Time. Okay, for Moon, it will be LTC. LTC, Coordinated Lunar Time. Okay, for Earth, it will be UTC, that is Coordinated Universal Time. Okay. All right, next one. So this answer is ESA, European Space Agency. All right, next one. Department of Higher Education recently signed an MOU with MOU means Ministry Memorandum of Understanding. It's like an agreement with which organization for creating the digital library platform Rashtriya E-Pustakalaya. Rashtriya E-Pustakalaya. Option A, CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education. Option B, National Book Trust. Option C, National Library Association. Option D, Ministry of Culture. Okay. Again, this was also very recent news. Nitin is saying C. Okay. All right. So the correct answer is option B. Option B, National Book Trust. Okay. Maybe we might get confused like whether it be National Library, but still, that's this one only. Okay. Anyway, you can delete this one. Ministry of Culture won't be coming. Okay? That's a logical thing. Ministry and all won't be involved in these things. Okay. All right. So this is kind of a naturally you can eliminate this. Other options maybe you can you'll get confused. This also maybe you can eliminate. Why? Because this is not just for the school students. CBS is mostly working in the educational field only. So like that, this is how you can actually think about eliminating options. Okay. So these two options can get confused, but still, here the correct answer is National Book Trust. Okay. Basically, this is 24x7 24x7 digital library platform, and will have accessibility to almost for all the states. Okay, and many in 2 3 years they are actually planning around 10,000 books in this particular library in many languages also, not just from languages in India though, but from other parts like French, Italian, and all. Okay, all right, next one. Halla Thomas Dutra has been elected as a president of which country? Halla Thomas Dutra has been elected as a president of which country? Okay. Option A, Iceland. Option B, Ireland. Option C, Italy. Option D, Greece. In here also maybe this kind of names will be for one country only. Ireland and all means it will be like British names like that. Italy, French and all like that kind of Italy, Greece, everyone will be having that kind of maybe Leonardo DiCaprio, like that kind of names it will be. Okay. These kind of names usually people from Iceland will be having. Iceland. So correct answer is Iceland. Okay, this person is the Iceland seventh president. Okay, seventh president. Allah Thomas Tutu, Iceland seventh president. Okay, good. Angel. All right. Again, this is president is same like India only. Indian president also, right? It's like a ceremonial post only, not won't be having much power. Have power, but still won't be having much power. So that is uh, same with this Halla Thomas Duterte. Okay, Prime Minister is the main center of power. Okay, all right. Many election related news have come, but still it is ongoing only. So maybe in the next session, or maybe if you have any other session, or maybe you can also check that. Okay, election related news. Just go through that. Who is going to be what minister, like that. All right, next one. Which research institute has developed uh, a way of generating non-infectious Nipah virus like particles in laboratory? Okay, which research institute has developed a way of generating non-infectious Nipah virus-like particles in the laboratory? Option A, Central Drug Research Institute. Option B, Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology. Option C, Institute of Advanced Virology. Option D, Raman Research Institute. Yeah, one is both A, Central Drug Research Institute. All right. So here again, you can think about it like Nipah like virus only. Drug means what? Drug means it will be related to some medicines only. Okay. Here it is not related to medicines. Way of generating non-infectious Nipah virus. So something related to research on virus only. Okay. So here it is Institute of Advanced Virology. So that is the organization involved. Okay, Raman research and all is having do something to do with physics only. Okay, drug research also maybe can eliminate like that. Genomics and integrative biology that can be confused. So these two options can be confusing. Okay, but here mostly virology, virus related everything is being done in this options here. Okay, good effort. Institute of Advanced Virology. Okay, all right. So right, Nipah is a virus which was which I mean, which even killed a person in Kerala. Okay, so like that. So non-infectious virus means it will be used for research purpose only. For example, it can effectively create vaccines like that. Okay, based on that particular strain. All right, next one. Next one, Archaeological Survey of India recently founded the Neolithic Age rock carvings in which state? Archaeological Survey of India recently founded Neolithic Age rock carvings in which state? Option A, Goa. Option B, Uttar Pradesh. Option C, Haryana. Option D, Odisha. Okay, any idea? C. Okay, C is Haryana. Good effort. C. Because Haryana, there are many things have been found, but still Haryana and all, it's coming in the later period only. For example, like Harappan, that period only. Okay, so this Neolithic age, that is pre-Harappan. Pre-Harappan people were living in this rock shelters only, like caves only. Okay, caves and all. You can see in this Western Ghats region, Deccan region, like Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Goa region only. So there you can see this caves, waterfalls, all these things have been found. So here the correct answer is A, Goa. Okay, Goa. Goa's Mauxi village. It is found in Goa's Mauxi village. There is a basalt rock caves are there. Okay, so there only it was found. Okay, it was excavated. Okay, all right. You know, right? But Neolithic is coming. Neolithic is part of prehistoric era. Prehistoric, we have different types of prehistoric era. One is old prehistoric means the Stone Age. Okay, so here we have old Stone Ages there. Paleolithic. Paleolithic is old Stone Age. After that, we have Mesolithic is there. Mesolithic is middle Stone Age. Okay. And after that, only this Neolithic or new Stone Age is coming. Okay. So that's not a very old time, but still comparative, it's a new era. Okay. All right. So that is go as the correct answer. Next one. Next one. Dinesh Karthik. Again, it's a very simple question only. Dinesh Karthik, who recently announced his retirement, belongs to which sports? Wicket keeper, batsman. Okay. Angel is saying A is cricket. Yeah. Okay. Wicketkeeper batsman means cricket. A. Okay. One more question. He was also part of IPL. Any idea which team he was part of? He was part of which team? IPL, you know, right? Indian Premier League. Okay. Any idea? Any random guess? All right. Correct answer is not Kolkata. No. RCB. Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Okay. Dinesh Karthik. All right. Next one. Next one, again another president. Claudia Sheinbaum has been elected as the first woman president of which country? Claudia Sheinbaum has been elected as the first woman president of which country? Option A, Malaysia. Option B, Thailand. Option C, Singapore. Option D, Mexico. Okay, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Mexico. Okay. So correct answer is, any idea? All right. So correct answer is Mexico. Mexico. So this is the first time in the history, 200 years of history, we can say for Mexico. But in this 200 years of Mexican political history, this is the first time a lady or a woman is being elected as a president of the country. Okay, all right. Even though she has been elected, she'll be zoning in much later only. Okay, this is June, July, August, September, October only. She'll be swearing in. All right, next one. Next one. Which medical institution has won the 2024 Nelson Mandela Award for Health Promotion by WHO? Which medical institution has won the 2024 Nelson Mandela Award for Health Promotion by WHO? Okay. Option A, NIMHANS, Bangalore, KGMU, Lucknow, AIMS, Delhi, CMZ, Vellore. Okay. You expanded, maybe you might get. Angel is saying A. Yeah, good. Correct answer is A, NIMHANS, Bengaluru. Okay, NIMHANS stands for National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences. National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences. Okay, National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences. Okay, they only got the Nelson Mandela Award for Health Promotion by WHO. WHO, you know, right? World Health Organization. That is WHO. This award was established in 2019. It honors significant contribution to health promotion. Okay, like the name suggests, it is promoting mental health. Okay, mental health, inclusive healthcare. India's mental health architecture. Okay. All right. Next one. Next one. Which country has launched its first space agency and plans to make a Mars landing by 2047? Which country has launched its first space agency and plans to make a Mars landing by 2047? Kind of little difficult question. It will be little difficult to guess, but still, I think Mauritius you can eliminate. Mauritius. Why? Because Mauritius is not that kind of a scientific. I mean, that kind of country. So that you can eliminate, but other three are possibly possible. Okay. All right. Any idea? South Korea, Singapore, Malaysia. C is Singapore. Okay. Singapore is one of the richest countries. C. Okay. All right. But still, correct answer is C. B. South Korea. Okay. Yeah. Good. Fatima. B. South Korea. Okay. South Korea is planning a Mars landing by 2047. 2047. And the Korean Space Administration, that is CASA. We have US, we have NASA, India, we have ISRO, same like they have CASA. Okay, and before that, they are by 2027, they're actually planning. Sorry, by 2032, by 2032, they are actually planning a moon landing. Okay, this is Mars landing, 2032, moon landing, and 2045, Mars landing. Okay, so that is South Korea. It's correct answer. All right, next one. Next one, what is the theme of World No Tobacco Day 2024? What is the theme of World No Tobacco Day 2024? Option A, threat to our environment. Option B, grow food, no tobacco. Option C, protecting child from tobacco industry interference. Option D, commit to quit. Okay, what is the theme? Every days will be having some sort of theme will be there. For example, like regarding education, or maybe what was June 5th? June 5th. What day was June 5th? Any idea? Yeah, good. Angel. Okay. World Environment Day. June 5th is World Environment Day. Good. Alia. Okay. So like that, every day will be having some sort of theme will be there. Okay. Here also we have a theme. World No Tobacco Day, we have a theme. So World Tobacco Day is observed on May 31st. May 31st. Okay. So here the theme was protecting children from tobacco industry interference. Protecting children from tobacco industry interference. Okay. Yeah, good. C is the correct answer. June 5th, World Environment Day is also having a theme: land restoration, desertification, and drought resilience. Land restoration, desertification, and drought resilience. That was the theme for World Environment Day. Okay. All right. Next one. So C is the correct answer. Next one. What is the primary aim of Red Flag 24 exercise recently held in Alaska? What is the primary aim of Red Flag 24 exercise recently held in Alaska? Option A, to conduct ground-based military operation. Option B, to integrate aircrew in a multinational environment through advanced aerial combat training. Option C, to train naval forces for maritime security. Option D, to provide humanitarian aid and disaster relief training. Okay, where is Alaska? Where is Alaska? Alaska is part of which country? Alaska. Yeah, good. Angel. Okay. US. Alaska is part of US. Okay. So this happened in Alaska. So US is also involved. Okay. So basically, this is Indian Air Force. Indian Air Force, IAF. IAF actually got involved in this red flag exercise. That's why it was in the news. You know, right? We have different types of aircrafts, or Rafale fighter jets, the new Rafale fighter jets, many other. They were also part of this US red flag A24 exercise. Okay, so the theme was option B. Option B, to integrate aircrew into multinational environment through Advanced Aerial Combat Training. That is the correct answer. Option B. Okay. All right. Next one. Researchers of which institute have developed a novel and safer method to mass produce recombinant proteins? Researchers of which institute have developed a novel and safer method to mass produce recombinant proteins? Option A, Indian Institute of Science. Option B, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Option C, Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Option D, National Institute of Biomedical Genomics. Okay. Recombinant protein mean RPs, which are proteins modified by recombinant DNA, rDNA. We call it as rDNA. Okay, RPs means insulin, insulin, and all. So they are RPs, recombinant proteins. All right, correct answer D. No, correct answer is A. Indian Institute of Science. Indian Institute of Science, but still good guess. Biomedical genomics also coming in the same area only. Okay, anyway, you can delete this also. Okay, agricultural research is not coming in this. Why? They are dealing with farm, agriculture, and all. Industrial research is also not dealing with this, but still either it should be for D only. Correct answer is C. All right, next one. Rudram 2 air-to-surface missile recently seen in the news is developed by which organization? Rudram 2 air-to-surface missile recently seen in the news is developed by which organization? Okay, DRDO, ISRO, JAXA, ESA. Okay, Rudram 2 air-to-surface missile recently seen in news. This is also kind of, if you know this expansion, it's kind of very easy. Okay, some of them we have already discussed. So, ESA stands for European Space Agency. Yeah, good. A. Okay. Correct answer is A only. Correct answer is A only. Why A? European Space ESA stands for European Space Agency. JAXA stands for Japanese Space Agency. ISRO is Indian Space Research Agency. Okay, so this is a air-to-surface missile only. DRDO is Defense Research and Development Organization. So these are space research. Missile has nothing to do with space research, right? Yeah, good. Angel, so this is DRDO. Okay, Defense Research and Development Organization. All right, next one. Something which was in the very much in the news, social media, everywhere it was there. Which Indian space startup successfully launched Agniban suborbital rocket? Something very important news. Okay, very much in the news, even in international media, everywhere it was there. Okay, which Indian space startup successfully launched Agniban suborbital rocket? Astrogate Labs, Bellatrix Aerospace, Dhruva Aerospace, Agnikul Cosmos. Okay. All right. So the correct answer is D. D. Agnikul Cosmos. It was in the news, so not eliminated. Okay. It's an Indian space startup, first suborbital test vehicle. That is Agniban. Agniban. Okay. And one thing is here they have used the rocket engine, which is 3D printed. 3D printed. The rocket engine was 3D printed. That is also a milestone. Okay. For this, that's actually the world's first 3D printed rocket engine. Okay. All right. Next one. It was launched from private launch, but again, it's Sriharikota. Sriharikota, you know, right? That's ISRO's space station. All right. Next one. Which ministry recently inaugurated the Summer Fiesta 2024 at National Bal Bhavan? Which ministry recently inaugurated Summer Fiesta 2024 at National Bal Bhavan? Okay. Again, here also, if you think, you can get the answer. Very easy. Summer Fiesta 2024 at National Bal Bhavan. B. Angel extra task. Okay. B. B is Minister of Education. A. Ministry of Defense. B. Ministry of Education. C. Ministry of Home Affairs. D. Ministry of Agriculture. Okay. All right. So here it is Ministry of Education only. Correct. Good. Okay. Ministry of Education only. Why? Because it's National Bal Bhavan. National Bal Bhavan means something to do with children only, right? in summer vista, that's also something to do with the children only. Basically, this is a month-long summer camp. Many activities, around 30 activities will be there around children aged 5 to 16. So for these children only, they were doing this. Okay. All right. So correct answer is Ministry of Education. Next one. Next one. What is K9 Vajra recently seen in the news? What is K9 Vajra recently seen in the news? Self-propelled artillery system, nuclear ballistic submarine, 3D printed semi-cryogenic engine, D. Asteroid. Okay. Self-propelled artillery system, nuclear ballistic submarine, 3D printed semi-cryogenic engine, D. Asteroid. Okay. It will be hard to guess because K9 Vajra will be shooting for all, mostly artillery system, ballistic submarine, cryogenic engine, anything can be named like this. Okay, by the name of thing we won't be able to identify. Okay, all right. So the correct answer is option A, self-propelled artillery system. Self-propelled artillery system. It's a made in India project. We have made completely indigenously developed it in India only, but still it's a private project only. Larsen and Turbo, L&T, might have heard L&T. Okay, so L&T only developed this in collaboration with different agencies. L&T only developed. So basically, what is an artillery system? Artillery system means it can fire, defense and all, fire various shells, strikes, something can be done, and even beyond the visual range. For example, it can fire up to 50 kilometers. That's actually the range which it has been. So you might have seen in the movies and all, right? They'll be firing. So like that. Okay. All right, next one. Next again, related to finance, something very important. Pravah portal, recently seen in the news, is launched by which institution? Pravah portal. Okay. This is one among the three apps which was launched by uh, three things which was launched by this particular organization. Okay. Option A, RBI, option B, SBI, option C, NABARD, option D, SEBI. So all these are associated with finance only. Okay. Finance only. Okay. In this, the most important finance body is only doing this. Anyway, which one is the most important or highest finance body, regulatory body in this? Highest finance regulatory body in this? It's RBI only. Okay, RBI, Reserve Bank of India. So one is Pravah Portal, and the one is Retail Direct Mobile App. So that investment and all through RBI itself we can do. That is Retail Direct Mobile App, and also fintech repository is also being done. Okay. Now everything you can even regarding the decisions of RBI. If you want to invest in RBI, everything can be done online. I mean, everything's on mobile app itself. Okay, so that is mobile app or website itself. Okay, so that is this Pravah portal, RBI Retail Director. Next one. Who has been appointed as a chairperson of the Committee A at 77th World Health Assembly? Okay, all are Indians only, but one among these Indians. Option A, Rajesh Bhushan. Option B, Apurva Chandra. Option C, A.K. Mithil. Option D, Amit Agarwal. Okay, so basically, World Health Assembly is an international body only. So they will be selecting the Union Health Secretary. Union Health Secretary, India's highest diploma, I mean, highest bureaucratic post in health. That is Health Secretary of India. Okay, so that person was selected in this. Who among this is the India's Union Health Secretary? So that will give you the answer. Okay, so the correct answer is option B. Option B, Apurva Chandra. Option B, Apurva Chandra. She has been selected as a appointed as chairperson of committee at the 77th World Health Assembly. Okay, so it's actually a meeting. It will be happening. It already happened. Okay, all right. So this is basically dealing with the medicines, antimicrobial resistance, and climate change. All these things will be coming into discussion. Okay. All right, next one. Next one. Indian Oil Corporation Limited recently signed an MOU, again, Memorandum of Understanding, with which armed forces of India to promote hydrogen and fuel cell technology. Again, this is also kind of a difficult question, really. Why? Because it's hard to guess. Okay, because all these are Indian defense forces only. So obviously, all this organization will be needing all these things. Okay, but recently, which this IOCL, Indian Oil Corporation, uh, signed this MOU with which armed force? That is the question. Indian Army, Indian Navy, Indian Air Force, Indian Coast Guard. Everything is coming under Ministry of Defense only. Okay. All right. The one with the most number of personnel, that is Indian Army. Indian Army to incorporate green and sustainable transport solution. Okay. Uh, Promote hydrogen and fuel cell. Okay. So Navy, Air Force, and all this hydrogen fuel cell technology has not come into being. Okay, now hydrogen fuel cell means the components will be hydrogen and oxygen. So the byproduct will be H2O. So no pollution will be there. Now in other vehicles also we have hydrogen fuel cells. Okay, so this mostly works in the land only. So Indian Army. Okay, all right. Next one. All right, next one. Where was Asian Arm Wrestling Championship 2024 held? Where was Asian Arm Wrestling Championship 2024 held? Okay, option A, New Delhi. Option B, Astana, Kazakhstan. Option C, Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Option D, Beijing, China. Everything is capital only. India's capital New Delhi, Kazakhstan's capital Astana. Tashkent is the capital of Uzbekistan, and China's capital is Beijing. Okay, so where it was held? The Asian Arm Wrestling Championship 2024. Okay, so correct answer is Tashkent in Uzbekistan. Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan, they are only held. Why it was in the news? Because Indians won 7 medals, and one even that includes even one gold and 6 bronze medals were secured. Okay, the person who secured the gold medal was Srimat Jha. Srimat Jha got the gold medal in this category. Okay, Srimat Jha. So it's in a para Olympic category, left hand para category. Para, right? They differently abled people. Okay. All right. So correct answer is option C, Tashkent. Okay. All right. Let me remind you regarding our new batch also. The admission is open for the B.ARCH and B.Des batch, both online as well as offline classroom batches also we have. So we can approach the this number. You can contact this number 8129111226. Okay, for more details. Admissions are still open, but seats are limited. Okay, so make sure that if you're interested, you can call now itself and join if you're interested. Okay, all right. So next one. So also let me remind you regarding our Instagram and YouTube pages also. So in YouTube, we'll be posting more and more videos like so occasionally. As I have already mentioned, like this is actually the 8th session. We already had different sessions before also. So again, further also we'll be having more sessions will be there regarding, and also regarding your exam updates, everything will be updating in both YouTube as well as Instagram channels also. So please check out that also. The links will be posted in the chat box. Okay. All right. Next one. Which Indian peacekeeper received the United Nations Military Gender Advocate of the Year for 2023? Which Indian peacekeeper received United Nations Military Gender Advocate of the Year for 2023? Option A, Lakshmi Sehgal. Option B, Radhika Sen. Option C, Sophia Qureshi. Option D, Priya Jinnah. Okay. All right. So this award is actually given for efforts which have some gender perspective. For example, if it's in an education field, it should be having some gender perspective, like empowering women should be there, or training locals, like including women. So that kind of whichever area they are working, you should be having some gender perspective. Okay, so that is a thing, and it was awarded to Radhika Sen. Okay, awarded to Radhika Sen. She's an Indian peacekeeper. Major Radhika Sen, part of the military. Okay. Next one. Next one. Gitanos Nosidi has been re-elected as the president of which country? It's re-election. So previous time also, she was a president. Okay. Gitanos Nosidi has been re-elected as the president of which country? Lithuania, Luxembourg, Croatia, Bulgaria. Again, kind of a little difficult question. You won't be able to guess. Be really hard to guess. Okay. All right. So the correct answer is option A, Lithuania. Option A, Lithuania. Okay. All right. And Prime Minister Modi and all congratulated in the in a tweet, he has congratulated. Okay. All right. Next one. Next one. Campi Flegrei, recently seen in the news, is an active volcano located in which country? Okay. Campi Flegrei, recently seen in the news, is an active volcano in which country? Okay. Option A, Italy. Option B, Indonesia. Option C, Chile. Option D, Tonga. Okay. It's a European country. So, which is the correct answer? Only one European country is there in this. Yeah, good. Initial extra task. Okay, option A. Option A, Italy is a correct answer. Italy. Right. So recently one earthquake was there in this area. It's actually a super volcanic region. So volcano erupted and many people were displaced. Like that, many things also happen. Okay. All right. So next one. Who has become the first Indian gymnast to win a gold medal at 2024 Asian Gymnastics Championship? You might have heard this name, maybe. The correct answer you might have heard. She's a famous person also. Who has become the first Indian gymnast to win a gold medal at 2024 Asian Gymnastics Championship? Option A, Diba Karmakar. Option B, Pranati Naik. Option C, Ruja Divekar. Option D, Kalpana Devnath. Any idea? The popular name? All right, correct answer is option A, Diba Karmakar. Okay. Option A, Diba Karmakar is the correct answer. She is from Tripura. So she is the first Indian gymnast to win the gold at Asian Championship. Asian Championship. Okay. Women's vault. Women's vault. That is a this her event, her item. All right, next one. Nishi tribe recently seen in the news is the largest ethnic group of which state? Nishi tribe recently seen in the news is the largest ethnic group of which state? Okay, Nishi tribe. Option A, Assam. Option B, Bihar. Option C, Arunachal Pradesh. Option D, Mizoram. Okay, Nishi tribe. Recently it was in the news. Kabakkiano, one person called Kabakkiano. Kabakkiano, mountaineer and cricketer. So became the first Nishi tribe woman to scale this Mount Everest. So at that time, this was in the news. First, the tribe person to scale Mount Everest. Okay. So here maybe we can eliminate some options like Bihar. It's not a tribal area. Maybe we can eliminate that. Assam also, even though it is in northeast compared to like a largest tribe and all, won't be there in this particular area. Okay. Other chances are Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram. Okay. So the correct answer is C. Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal is a much tribal area. Okay. So she's a fifth person from Arunachal Pradesh. First person from Nishi tribe and fifth person from Arunachal Pradesh to conquer this Mount Everest. Okay. All right. Next one. Straight on GAIL. GAIL stands for Gas Authority of India Limited. Gas Authority of India Limited recently launched its first green hydrogen plant in which region of Madhya Pradesh? Vijaypur, Balaghat, Dhirpur, Baitul. Okay. GAIL stands for Gas Authority of India Limited. Gas Authority of India Limited. It's a 10 megawatt green hydrogen plant. Okay. We have a green hydrogen mission called Green Hydrogen Mission. Okay. So to produce more hydrogen, right? Fuel cells mean hydrogen and oxygen. Like I've already mentioned, hydrogen and oxygen will be mixed together and we'll be getting water as a byproduct. So pollution free. So that's why we need more hydrogen. Even Indian Army has signed an agreement like that. Hydrogen production is being encouraged a lot. Okay. All right. So yeah, C Dhirpur. Okay. So correct answer is A. Vijaypur. A. Vijaypur is a correct answer. First 10 megawatt green hydrogen plant is built in this Vijaypur in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, under green hydrogen mission. Okay, next one. Next one, Mount Mungalu. Mount Mungalu recently seen in the news due to landslide is located in which country? Mount Mungalu. Option A, Austria. Option B, Papua New Guinea. Option C, Philippines. Option D, Italy. Okay. Option A, Austria. Option B, Papua New Guinea. Option C, Philippines. Option D, Italy. Okay. So it's Mount Mungalu. Mount Mungalu. Italy we have already discussed, not in Italy. Okay. It was due to landslide. Austria again from Europe, not that. Somewhere in the North Pacific Ocean only. Okay. Pacific Ocean only. So both Philippines as well as Papua New Guinea are only in the Pacific Ocean. Okay. So the correct answer is B. Papua New Guinea. Okay. B. Papua New Guinea. Okay. Papua New Guinea is part of this, New Guinea Islands. It's somewhere close to this Indonesia. Okay. Indonesia. Recently, 2,000 people got collapsed uh, buried under this landslide. Okay. So at that time, it was in the news. Okay. All right. So B is the correct answer, Papua New Guinea. Next one. Next one, what is GLICE 12B recently seen in the news? What is GLICE 12B recently seen in the news? Option A, submarine. Option B, critical mineral. Option C, Earth-size exoplanet. Option D, a type of vaccine. Any idea? B. Okay. So correct answer is C. Correct answer is C. Earth-size exoplanet. Okay. So recently NASA, right? National Aerospace Science Administration, that is NASA. So they recently discovered this GLICE 12B. Okay. It's actually an Earth-size exoplanet. Exoplanet. So Earth-size means what? Exoplanet means outside the solar system. So it's actually having the size of the Earth. Okay. So basically, it's not orbiting around sun. It's orbiting around some other star. Okay. So that is exoplanet. Okay. All right. Why it is given attention? Why? Because one, because of the size of Earth, and another one, the temperature. Surface temperature is also similar to Earth only. Okay, around 40 degrees Celsius only. All right. We are always curious about all these things. Why? Because possibility of life is there. Okay. All right. Next one. Which day is observed as World Thyroid Day? Which day is observed as World Thyroid Day annually? Option A, 23 May. Option B, 24 May. Option C, 25 May. Option D, 26th May. Okay. So mission is to give awareness regarding thyroid gland and the related conditions only. That is the purpose of this World Thyroid Day. Okay. All right. So correct answer option C. Yeah, good. Okay. Correct answer is option C. 25th May is World Thyroid Day. Thyroid is a gland. You might be knowing that. So it's under near this neck base. Okay, releasing thyroid. Thyroid is a hormone. Releasing the thyroid hormone. Thyroid is a gland. Okay. Next one. Proclaim which day as International Day of Marco? International Day of Marco. Option A 23 May, option B 24 May, option C 25 May, option D 26th May. Okay. United Nations General Assembly. United Nations, right? It's actually a group of nations. General Assembly is a assembly which is having all nations membership. For example, UN is having different like Security Council. Security Council is not having all members, all nations membership. Okay. General Assembly means everyone can come. Almost 193 countries can come and attend the meeting. Okay. So they only deal with all this kind of naming the days, declaring the days and all. Okay, Markhor, you might have seen Markhor. I mean, the pictures and all, you might have seen. It's an ecologically sensitive species, like kind of like a deer, like a bull and all. If you like, its horns are like this. This is how its horns are. Okay, so that is International Day of Markhor. All right. It's somewhere native to the South Asia, like northern part of India and Himalayan regions and the central region, like Chinese regions. And okay, so the correct answer is option B. Option B, May 24th. May 24th is observed as International Day of Marco. International Day of Marco, again, to spread awareness regarding the conservation of this particular species. That is a purpose. Okay. All right. Next one. Again, let me remind you regarding our class. We have online and offline classes regarding B.Des and B.ARCH. So if you want to join, if you're interested to join this, maybe you can contact this number 8129111226. Okay. Admissions are still open, but seats are limited. Okay. All right. Next one. Which airport has made history by becoming the first airport in India to achieve the zero waste to landfill accolade? Which airport has made history by becoming the first airport in India to achieve zero waste to landfill accolade? Option A, the Thiruvananthapuram International Airport. Option B, Sardar Vallabhai Patel International Airport. Option C, Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. Option D, Chennai International Airport. Okay. Landfill, right? Landfill, waste lands will be there. We'll be filling that land using waste, I mean, plastic waste, even other cloth waste, all these things will be biodegradable waste, or maybe non-biodegradable also you'll be using. Okay, which airport became this? It's from Kerala. It's from Kerala. Okay, which airport? So correct answer is yeah, good. Vritti Angel. Okay, so the correct answer is option A. Option A, Thiruvananthapuram International Airport made history by becoming the first airport to achieve zero waste to landfill. Okay, zero waste to landfill. All right, so I think we can wind up today. So again, like I've told before, focus on current affairs. It will be really hard to predict the questions and all. So it will be better you just focus on current affairs. So maybe you can randomly go through the newspaper also. Most of these kind of newses, it will be in very small columns only. Mostly political newses will be there, right? So these are kind of given less priority for the news agencies and all. That will be less priority only. Okay, so keep that in mind. Also, just make note of new batches which are going to start offline and online. You can contact the number and regarding if you want to take admission, you can contact that number. Okay, and again reminding you regarding our YouTube channel and our Instagram pages, your exam updates, and again more sessions like this will be uploaded in YouTube, and updates will be there on Instagram. Okay, all right. So after this, you'll be having a drawing session will be there. So we'll be taking over from here onwards. Okay. All right. So thank you, sir. Am I audible? All right, so we again have another part 8 of this Nata sprint will be there. Next week we'll be having, mostly we'll be having regarding this. So, like I've already said, GK is kind of a low priority area. Okay, low priority area. So, make sure that you are just reading this random GK only. Don't go deep like anything. Just go. Maybe you can keep note of this random facts. You can keep note of. Other than that, no need to focus much on this GK part. Okay. All right. So it will be kind of very vast. Sports will be there. Focus on the sports. Focus on the awards. Focus on the some important festivals are there, and most importantly, focus on something related to architecture. For example, like UNESCO World Heritage Sites will be there. Uh, uh, Other than that, architectural awards will be there. Even architects will be awarded. So like that. Okay. So these areas will be there. Okay. Focus on that. And again, go through the previous sessions also. In the last sessions, until maybe I think I've given much regarding this architecture. Like many things happened in this architecture field in this past March, April, February time and all. Okay, so yeah, I've included that. But in this May time, May, June, early weekend, nothing happened in this architecture area. Okay, all right. So that is regarding this. Right. So after this, we'll be having a drawing session will be there. So the faculty is joining only some, yeah, some connection issues. So after that, he'll be joining. Okay. Maybe in 1 or 2 minutes, he'll be joining. Okay. So stay tuned.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, sir.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay, fine.
You can start the session, sir.
Okay. There's some issue at the system end. I'm really sorry for the delay.
It's okay, sir. It's okay, sir.
There is a Zoom update that, I mean, suddenly it's out of the blue. Okay, anyway. So I hope my screen is visible. Just a moment, it's loading, I guess. Yeah. I hope my screen is visible, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I can start it, right?
Yes, sir. You can.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hi. First of all, welcome you all to this drawing session today. I'm Shantanu Shaluke, an architect and a designer, and I'll be discussing some of this, as a practice question, as a sprint question with you guys today. And we have a question I've written already down in front of my screen. I hope you guys are able to see it properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to discuss various ideas and aspects regarding this particular question, which is related to more of a say graphic signages. Okay, so the question is design a graphic signage for a flower exhibition with rectangle shapes only. So use only three colors, use any three colors of your choice. So when, rather for such questions, what we're going to do is we're going to ask, first of all, what you should do is first, sort out the information that has been given to you and it has been provided within the question. So first of all, we have to design, that's a necessity. A graphic signage, basically that's the question, or that's the requirement that you're supposed to cater to. And what is it for? Okay, for what the user is a flower exhibition and with what the rectangle shapes only. And what are we supposed to deal with is basically a it's a signage. Okay, so what do we need to really sorry, what do we need to understand with the information is a visual that caters to the user or the client, or and what we have to do is a graphic signage. Now what's a signage? Now signage not a pictorial information, like like for example, if we are drawing just simple flowers, for example, okay, maybe because that's a pictorial information. What we are supposed to create, we are supposed to create more of a say graphical information, which is very iconic symbolic representation of this whole flower, which probably which is more simplified, can be used at multiple places, big or small enough for each age group to understand it, that it's the information that speaks about the flower exhibition. Okay, so now for example, now it can be simplified to a maybe a quite simpler information, like if I may speak about, for example, if I'm just using basic shapes, maybe if I am drawing this, okay, we are trying going or moving closer towards a visual information that is like two petals. Okay, so we are trying to simplify the information to a graphical level so that its execution, its placement and readability becomes much more convenient and efficient and easy. Okay, so that is what we want to understand. So even if we go further, like we can use various shapes and we can deal with a lot of things. So this is the signage that we are supposed to do. Now signages, like we often come across the signages. Now what is the signage? Like probably you must have seen on the road while traveling as well, like no entry. It is something that we see quite often, that it is you're not supposed to go in certain direction, or it's a one way, no honking, stop, take a turn, U-turn. So we see in various shapes. Okay, like for example, if you are supposed to take a left turn over here, so see, this is a very symbolic representation. You don't have any text. So sign age, it's a signature or it's a sign that helps you wayfinding or helps you, lead your vision towards certain things. Like even signages, like, if you go to malls, like you have signages depicting some regulatory things, like, don't, put trash. Okay, a very symbolic representation of a human being, right? So it is not something like a super dynamic or very pictorial information, but it is just blocked out of simple basic shapes, yet conveying the information. And that is what is very important. And that is what we need to cater to. Okay, so now what we are supposed to deal with this question now in a certain way, that this signage is depicting or it is informing about the flower exhibition. So the signage can be about where the flower exhibition is there, or probably even you can just show that this is a flower exhibition. Okay, so now it is not just the flower. So what we gonna do is we gonna understand this too. So let's cater down this information. Let's keep it as a key sketches. So we have just understood the whole topic of what signage is over here. Just okay. Now the signage is of a flower exhibition. So there are two different words. So how do we just simply understand this as flower plus exhibition as two words? Like how do we cater to these two informations? Okay, and this is like what we have to use is the rectangle shape. Like let's discuss this later. So even if we are just able to understand this, we can replace this shape with any other. We can still convey the same information. Okay. So now what we want to do is, like, we have already thought about the flower. The sign or symbol of the flower can be quite simple. It's just if we have to simplify, maybe we can even use triangles and maybe circles. We I mean, even if you have to like use the circle as the same shape, like we have, okay, we can overlap this also, fine, and then probably take off certain information from it. Okay, you see, so this is the flower. Even if we go more graphical, more shape, simple, okay, what we can do is just use this certain part of the circle. I'm just roughly drawing this so that we are just trying to understand this even better. Now, this is something about the flower. Okay, now what is the exhibition? Exhibition is when you exhibit, where you exhibit some the excellence of something that you achieve in, or either the kind of things are exhibited at one place, multiple of them. Like now, for example, it's a flower exhibition, but there's a different types of flowers which would be exhibited. Okay, so maybe the exhibition is a place. It's where it's not an art exhibition. It's not a automobile exhibition like Auto Expo. It is something about the flower, but it's a space which is able to provide this particular unit to be gathered. Okay, now that can be achieved in many various ways. Okay, like for example, now what we have to do is understand this as a space. Now exhibition is somewhere you can place a lot of things all together in a proximity and can be understood this as an exhibition. Okay, you can also provide a textual information, or probably what it can tell you is like where you have to go or a direction. That's the job of the signage. Okay, now with this understanding, what we're gonna do is let's try to iterate with this just rectangle as the shape. Now, why not use this rectangle as a shape for the signage as well? Signage as in the entire shape of it. Like, what do we deal with this? Now, what do we have to create? We call this like creating is iconography. Let's create the icon for flowers. Okay. So let's try to deal with this, and let's keep this information, sorry, let's keep this entire information as a key sketch now. Okay. So we have there. You can do space that would be definitely provided. Okay, sorry. Now I'm gonna create a simple shapes with the rectangles. Okay, why not? Okay, for example, even putting flowers in an array. Okay, maybe this is the rectangle shape which is trying to sort of replace the petals. Fine. Now we don't actually need to place something over here that is like visually a human eye can basically perceive that this is a circular shape that has been blocked by these positive ones. Okay, so we call this a closure. Like we are trying to put a lot of information over here. Now, similarly, what we can try to deal with is this particular information, and we can try to work with this something bit more. Okay, so let's try to push more of this. Okay, now as a rough sketch, what we can do is, because we want to create a proper iconography, I'm gonna work with this as a like maybe a symmetry. Let's say let's just try to draw multiple axes. So I'm gonna you know so the construction should also be proper, right? We are not just randomly creating things, and we are just working on this. Fine. So now maybe let's try to understand the gestures over here. Okay, so for example, let's just place at the 45-degree of angle. I'm just creating the standard like sort of iconography from which like I can take up this as a shape, and I'm still able to perceive a triangle, sorry, a quadrilateral, which is a rectangle in the center of it. Okay, so this is my idea that I'm trying to perceive with the basis of the rectangle for the flower, first of all. Okay, now this is it. Maybe petals are many. I'm still using a rectangle, so that is one is behind us. Okay. Okay, so this is a very basic unit that we can try to achieve. Now, what we can simply do is keep this at a certain distance so that it has been, the center has been able understood that it's, I'll just redraw it very quickly for you guys. Okay, maybe this is it. Maybe like leaves can also be for example, that is also a rectangle. Okay, like if we ever wish to depict this, okay, so that is the possibility. Now, for example, if I am thinking of this as my the flower that I wish to work with, right? So maybe this is the construction of it. I'm gonna use, maybe just refine it a little further. Okay, let's just try to do so. Okay, maybe this is where we can little bit refurbish this. I mean, make few corrections, make it more towards the direction of the flower, and probably add the delicateness, which is the core character of the flowers, right? So probably they're just thinking of adding that more of, say, that white space, retaining that. Okay, so this is the flower that we are trying to work with. I'm just gonna use this. Maybe let's think of this as one pattern now. Okay, and it has to be readable as well. So I'm simplifying this. See, your idea can completely be different from this one. Obviously, I don't want to influence the, I'm just trying to show the process with which you can, work on your iconography. Basically, how do you create icons? How do you create simple diagrams or geometries for your icons or the signages that we are trying to work on. Okay, so this is very geometric because what they have asked us to create is with the rectangles. Okay, so this is my basic information. Okay, obviously, like there is way better information and possibilities that we can deal with. Maybe they have asked us to use a different color, so I can work on a very different one. Like maybe this is the brighter value. Maybe this slightly lighter than this, but just to perceive the information completely. We are just trying what all best that we could do with the readability of it. first of all. Okay. Like you can take bit of proper measurements and deal with this. My whole job is to convey an idea like how it can be done, how it can be made. Okay, so this is one. Now let's keep this as a information that we have, and let's try to work out the gestures. Okay, now for example, this is the one. Maybe I want to create like another one, like little smaller. Okay, I'm trying to create. Now the whole key is, now it's an iconography, right? It is not something that you should have a lot of it, because then it will lose the entire meaning of being it a. Okay, you see, now the whole signage that we are trying to discuss is rectangle. Okay, now it can be vertical, it can be horizontal, it can be, just simple information, or even if I wish to add a little bit of infographic or a directional message with this. Okay, what we can still do is we can just add this. Maybe it's just straight. We want to use the very straight sort of a. And you see, this is how we can work on a simplest way to create this infographics. Okay, we can add a little bit of more values to this. If it is failing to speak the same value, we can add a bit of thickness. Okay, so this is how we can discuss, even though it might look not very up to the mark right now, but yeah, you can use any 3 colors also. Like for example, even if we take this. Okay, sorry. Now you can take any like color scheme also. For example, for color schemes, if you wish to, like you can just take adjacent color schemes, which is fine. You can, the best way, like in such cases, is to work with is a monochromatic color scheme. So like you can take one particular color and work with this. Okay, for example, if I may, like for example, let's take a bit of shade of say orange. Okay, and I can still work on it. I can take this color and just jump into this. Maybe you see, we can use, I'm using purposely the brighter color which are seen from a certain distance. Okay, so that is, your color theory comes into the scenario. Maybe this petal is little at the back of it. I'm gonna use maybe a shade for it. Okay, shade or tone of the grays. So maybe this is depicted little differently. Okay, fine. We can use, now this has become already a different color, right? And maybe what I can do is like I can take a bit of a brighter orange, which is still the same color. Or maybe you can work on the color palette as you wish. Like you can flip it, invert it also. You can use a different color for it. For example, you can use the brighter oranges at this stage. I'm just going to show one. Maybe now I can use either, see it is at the back of it. So I'm going to use on a tonal value. So where we add gray to orange, basically a little bit muddy, or even if you don't wish to like make it so bright as this, So it can be a shade as in where you add just a pure black to it. Okay. Yeah. So base 3 colors, I've just read few questions. Okay. Color combination. So in such cases, I will tell you few of the, I mean, depends on the subject also. But you see, sometimes when you have such questions, so always remember monochromatic color schemes works nice. Like you can just take, like, for example, take orange. If you add, you say black to it, that will become, like, for example, you see, if I pick this up now, mix it. So this is the darker orange, the darkest, the brown side of it. If I add more orange to it, you see, like it would be like, obviously it is a muddier orange, right? So, you see, so it's a shade of it. The moment I take again pure one, and if I go and add a gray to this, you see, okay, like adding the gray to it, and maybe if I just push this, you see, it is gonna be muddier orange, okay, pastelish, because it's a gray addition of black and white altogether. Okay, and when you take, like, for example, white to it, okay, it's gonna be like very bright, you see, it's a tint. So you can take that, or you can work on a adjacent color schemes. So to remember also, it's quite easy. Remember like this, RYB, and you can then just, red plus blue, orange, and, red, orange, then orange and yellow. It's a deep yellow orange, or this is green, or green yellow, yellow green. So you can obviously form a lot of secondary and tertiary colors. So you can just pick up, if I have to take this color adjacent color scheme. So analogous color scheme is like basically 3 different colors, which are quite adjacent. So I'm gonna take, like, for example, the red, the purest red over here. Okay, so red plus orange, okay, which is, this. I'm gonna just add, you see, even the color interaction would be nice. You see, this is the brighter one than this. You can just formulate quite easily. Okay, so this is, you see, brighter than this. This is red plus orange, and pure orange is obviously quite different, you see. And even if you wish to add bit of yellow to this, you see, you can take, and that would be brighter. Sorry, we can add bit more. Yeah. So this is more like a yellow orange. So even if you use this, it becomes the adjacent color scheme. Fine. So this is how you work on the ideas, and how you can separate the color theory part later on. And you can work on split complementary color schemes. Complementary, pick up the easiest color schemes to work on, because you don't have much of a time to spend on your color theories. Rather, you should spend good time on thinking about your idea and then using an appropriate color theory to just support it. Okay, so we often discuss all of such questions, and discuss the color theories, shape making quite in detail and quite in depth. You can reach out to our course coordinators and talk about the courses and the batches that we have. So I'll be signing off now. So this is me, Shantanu Shaluke, architect and a designer, and I usually discuss the analytical part, the drawing part, and visual representation part at the thing. So thank you so much for joining us. I'll be signing off now. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Good night, and wish you very all the best.